Hi, I'm Anna, and today we're doing another mobility and strength circuit, so let's get stuck straight into it. Okay, the first movement that we're going to do are crab slides. So, taking a seat on the floor, feet flat onto the floor and hands face forward. Have them a little bit wider than the hips. Here we're going to drive the hips up towards the ceiling, really drive the hips up so we're getting that hip extension. Then slide the bum back through the legs, through the hands, bum off the floor and all the way back up. Sliding back and all the way up, really driving the hips up. Keeping that inner aspect of the elbow face forward throughout the whole movement. Okay, if those ones are too difficult, you can't get the bottom back through the hands, then just elevate the hands. So grab yourself some blocks or anything really that you have at home, some books, anything just to get the hands up a little bit higher, gives you a little bit more room. So same thing here, but now you'll have that little bit more space to get the hips back through the hands. Then you can gradually reduce the height of these over subsequent sessions until that you can get down onto the floor. Okay, those ones we're going to do 8 to 10 reps. Make sure that you're really driving the hips up at the top and coming all the way back through the hands at the bottom. Next we have the long lunge. So with this one you're going to take the toe in front of the knee, hips square, and up on the toes of the back foot. So a nice long lunge. Then we're going to keep the front leg as parallel as possible to the floor and extend through the back knee. Trying to straighten out that back leg, lower back down, light touch to the floor and extend. Keeping a tail tuck throughout, so we're really keeping the pelvis tucked under and feel this stretch through this back hip flexor. Nice and slow, controlled reps. We're doing 8 to 10 reps on each side with a 10-second hold on your last rep. With this one, you can progress by gradually taking the stance longer. So starting with the foot further away from the back knee, and you'll find that that makes things a little bit more interesting. Really focusing on trying to keep that front thigh parallel to the floor. Don't forget to do both sides. Our next movement is just the standard push-up, but we're going to do it with a tempo and we're going to have some really strict standards for this one. So here we come into a plank position, depress the scap, so shoulders away from the ears, and here we're going to come down for a count of 3. So 1, 2, 3, touch the chest, all the way back up, 1 second at the top, 1, 2, 3, all the way up. Really keeping the elbows in nice and tight to the body, not allowing them to flare out to the side, and thinking about that scapular depression, driving the shoulder away from the ears throughout the entire rep. If you're not quite up to doing push-ups on the floor, then you'll elevate the hands. So find yourself a suitable step, box, the couch, the table, whatever you have at home, the coffee table, something like that. And then you'll just elevate the hands up onto that surface. But you will keep the same standard. So touching the chest at the bottom. And keeping that nice, tight plank line all the way throughout the movement. If that is too easy on the floor, then you will increase or progress the movement by elevating the feet. So then you would just come into your plank position with the feet elevated up on something to make it a little bit more difficult. Next we have the rotational drop stance. So this one you're going to need a wall for, but I'll give you an option for without as well. So taking one foot against the wall and then coming into a straddle stance. You're going to keep that foot pressing towards the wall whilst you bend into this outside leg. So here, we're coming into a Cossack lunge on this side. All the way down, you're going to reach over with the top hand and try and reach the wall. And all the way back up. So nice and slow on the way down. Reach over, touch, and all the way back up. If you can't reach the wall, then you just reach as far as you can towards the wall and come down as low as you can into this bent leg. So coming down as low as you can, reach over, and all the way back up. If you don't have a wall that you can use, then you're just going to focus on doing the Cossack lunge, which I'll show you now. This one, again, you'll take a straddle stance with the legs. Then you're going to lower down into one side, keeping as upright in the torso as you can, keeping this knee tracking over the toes, coming all the way down if you can, or as low as you can, and then push all the way back up to standing. Okay, then you'll do the other side. Lower down with control, staying as upright as you can, the upper body, and push all the way back up. If you can't get very low with this one yet, you can elevate the bent leg. So I'll show you that here. So you would just find a step or a box or whatever you have, elevate the knee that you're going to be bending into, and same thing. You'll find you'll be able to get down a little bit closer to that bottom position now that we've elevated the leg. You can even elevate it higher than this. So if you're elevating the leg, you'll do all your reps on one side and then move it over to the other side. You could try progressing these by elevating the straight leg. So here you would take the same straddle stance on the step, but this time you're going to bend into the leg that's not elevated. So keeping that torso upright, knee tracking over the toes, and up. And you can elevate that straight leg as much as you need to make that nice and challenging for you. Awesome. Thanks for giving this a try. Let me know how you go, and I'll see you next time. Bye.